And we are back live for another week of Meseeks Sunday Showdown. I know you guys missed my face because I missed you guys all the last week. I didn't even get a chance to do any Meseeks Sunday casting last week, but well, I did. I just chose to take a week off. I needed it. Any rate, it's your boy Verdict. We are live. With me tonight, I've got Day in the building. Denomine, how are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty alright. Does look like we have players hopping on out of the game, so we'll get you guys in as soon as we can. Definitely have some really exciting matchups ahead of you for tonight. Obviously, we have one of our first matchups here is going to be NYSL Mayhem, so definitely it brings a lot of excitement. Obviously, we've got Seminole as well playing. They play pretty much every week. And I think they got quite a bit of screen time last week, even though I don't think I was here to cast it. I did rewatch, and man, I felt like they were on all night long. So, I guess
It must have been a good week, man. I hate I missed it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think we've been doing this now for like 43 weeks, and last week was just I just was not in. I was here. I was well. I was feeling great. I just was not all. I was not all, and I needed to take a night to myself. It had just been a busy weekend, and yeah, I am super excited about jumping into this first match. As I could see, it looks like we were a little over too excited as everyone backed out. But just to kind of brief you guys, it looks like we're going to be starting off with a hard point on firing range, followed up with, not 100% sure. Let me take a look at this sheet here. Firing range, S&D standoff, and then a Dom crossfire. This should be an interesting rotation if it does go to a game 3, of course, and the Sparrow and Annihilated are banned, so we won't see those. I've also got the bracket up there for you guys to take a look at. So, guys, if you want to see who's playing, who might be potentially being streamed on Gilmania's channel tonight, it should be in that bracket form. I'm thinking that he's got Seminole or Tribe, one or the other, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I think we should have some pretty exciting matchups here tonight. We do have Tech playing, not playing at home, but you know, definitely one of the benefits of mobile gaming. Hopefully the ping's not too bad wherever he's at, but obviously, as we mentioned the other night, Tech had to evac due to the hurricane, so at least all is well, and we should be having a pretty good game here. I definitely would expect NYSL to come out on top of this one. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is ARP Latam?
That is correct. This is ARP Latam. Some of the players in the lobby, Alex, Rickless, Dazam, Defer, and Adios. Not players that I'm familiar with ultimately. It is not going to matter. This is their time to shine, as we're going to be on board first off with Tectonic, the player who has to... I literally had to get out of the state of Louisiana. It was bad, bro. I was coming up from Destin, which is a little further south on the Gulf Coast, and bro, it was terrible. It rained the entire time driving back up. And P1 opening up 15 seconds in. Mayhem off to a good start so far, as I do see about 20 seconds on the point. They got 30 left, and it doesn't look like we're going to get much contest. Adios tries his luck and is like dust there. P1 going to be all... As I say that, Nero does get taken out, but so far, all in favor of Mayhem.
Yeah, definitely the case thus far. We do have Leon picking up a double kill. Dazam picking up a kill for himself as well, but gets picked off by Awaken there. Awaken finds a second as well. And it looks like one of the more dominant P1 performances we see on this map, and I gotta say, that doesn't spell a lot of hope for the side of ARP Latam at this point, as well as it looks like NYSL may have themselves the respawns as well. We do have players from both sides pushing on up. We do have Alex picking up one onto Nero, but Little B answers with a double kill. Leon gets the kill onto Adios as well.
We are going to see a pretty heavily contested P2 here as Battle for this Armory American area is going to come through. Little B going to be taken out there. And oh my God, just as I say that, 3 players for the guys over at ARP Latham are going to drop. But they somehow still managed to get a little bit of contesting time in. I believe that's, is that Awaken or Nero that's in point? That's Nero, but he's got a little bit of help here with Little B as well. So good tandem to have in the point. P3 transition is going to come through, and Mayhem looking a little healthy here with a 40-point advantage as they are going to be making the rotations over to this trailer site. It's going to be about 7 seconds, or a little more than 7 seconds before it opens up, but those transitions are definitely going to come through. 50-point lead after the P2 rotation. Mayhem will take it.
Yeah, Mayhem in a pretty solid spot right now. Does look like we have some time building up for ARP. But we do have Mayhem pushing on in. Dazam was looking for a couple kills there, but unable to find it. Tectonic comes through with a double kill with the Pred, and you can definitely start to feel the snowball rolling on away. Even when ARP were in a good position, they had respawns, they had players in on the point, they quickly got cleared out and have lost complete control of this hard point. It is going to result in ARP falling further behind as NYSL crossed the 100-point mark. Players rotating right into the sentry gun, not really what you'd like to see, but it is going to be the case, at least here temporarily. And Mayhem going on to a position where they could win off of this next hard point.
Looking pretty decent, and I got to give it to Tech, bro. Handling it like a champ so far in Game 1. But just looking at the stats, and bro is literally 17-3. There's been a force to be reckoned with this Mayhem roster. P4 could be where we see this game end up at. And, the guys over Mayhem have played pretty flawless so far. 27 points and counting now for the guys over at ARP Latham. Try to give a little bit of run for the money. They had a little bit of a decent hold on that trailer, but Mayhem just came through and let their name reign superior. That you get the likes of Nero and Little B playing OBJ, and you got Awaken and Tectonic out there pushing out, fragging out crazy. It is a lethal combination, as we are going to see the guys over Mayhem preoccupy the point here. As P4 bottom wood looking like it might be where we end things at, as 10 points are only needed, and there are 4 people on OBJ. This game is pretty much over.
Yeah, it looks to be the case. 4 points away from Mayhem closing out the win. They're on the point, and it doesn't look like there's going to be anyone to be able to touch. And that's going to be a 150-40 win going over to the side of Mayhem. Again, I don't think this is really what anybody, or outside of what anybody would expect. And unfortunately for ARP, typically when you're up against a team like Mayhem, the area you need to capitalize in is the respawn, because Mayhem are an incredible search and destroy team. They've got a lot of sniping talent. They've got a lot of slaying power as well. And I don't see a lot of hope for ARP, but I gotta say, I would like them to come through and prove me wrong here. I would like to see them push this to a Game 3. But it is kind of a tall order to ask, especially after looking at the kill disparity there for that.
Yeah, it's looking a bit hopeless, but at the same time, this is any team's opportunity to step up. And if you want to do it against a top tier team like Mayhem, you could certainly do it in the search and destroy game mode. Obviously, the hard point just wasn't theirs to take. As I'm taking a look at the scorecard, it's looking pretty bad. 23-9 though for Awaken, and 23-5 for Tectonic, as they find themselves a few frags, find themselves setting up perimeter around the area. Great transitions, great rotations for these guys. And, you got Nero, who played OBJ as well. He's always going to be an MVP in my heart, regardless of where he's at on that scorecard. Dude is just a beast of a player. And now we're going to see ARP step it up and potentially take us to a Game 3 here. As much as I would love to see that, I would also probably hate it, too, because it's going to be a crossfire game domination. And everyone knows how we feel about crossfire dominations. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely can be the case at times, and definitely rough. I mean, we've definitely seen some good games on Crossfire, but there have been a lot of really one-sided, unfun games to watch. One of the fun ones that I can think about is looking back at Masters. We had I'm drawing a blank here. Why am I drawing a blank? Truly versus Tribe, yes. Where there was like a photo finish at the end. Actually, now that I come to think about it, that was a hardpoint game. So never mind. Screw Crossfire domination. Don't like it. Don't want to see it. Get it out of here.
The map is decent as a concept, but when you actually get out there and play it, it's fun for S&D, it's fun for hardpoint, but domination, it's just not it. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's like the B map, the B dom site should maybe be a little closer to the middle of the map in regards to like how the A spawns and C spawns work. But I don't know. Maybe they put it out in the middle of the road. How crazy would that be if they just moved it from the back side of that house to the middle of the freaking road? Nobody would have control over B. There'd be no issue with spawns. It would literally be about how you'd set up the perimeter around that area and get the body advantage and taking advantage of that. It would be lopsided in that sense too, because once you got it, it'd be damn near impossible to overrule it.
Yeah, well, we do have players getting readied on up. We'll get you guys into the game as soon as we possibly can. Just waiting on 1 or 2, and we'll be good to go. Again, I'm leaning pretty hard on the side of Mayhem here. There's not very many teams that can touch them in Search and Destroy, and ARP LATAM, again, if they were going to bring something to the table, it would have had to be in that hard point, and it just did not show up in a very big way, so I would like to see them just come out and be some awesome Search and Destroy team and push us to a game 3, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it.
No, I wouldn't either, but a little bit more about the Mayhem thing. They've been like recently just on fire, like just out of nowhere just came with this heat that not many teams can handle. And if I'm not mistaken, they had a decent finals in Mobile Mayhem. I caught a little bit of the end as I was driving down to the beach with my brother and whatnot, and caught a little bit of the end. And it looked pretty convincing that they took that series, right?
Do what now?
They took the Mobile Mayhem NA series, right?
Yes,
finals?
they did.
Nice.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
the semifinals, well. they took down ARP. Explicit took down Tribe. Tribe beat ARP for 3rd place, and then NYSL Mayhem just completely swept Explicit 4-0, I believe.
That's tough.
Yeah,
it was tough.
I'm gonna be honest. It was a totally different team than we're used to seeing from Mayhem. I mean, I've never been one to call Mayhem a weak team. In fact, I stuck my neck out against the community several times. When it was on screen looking like it was just Tribe, and people aren't seeing the things that are happening off camera, like in Stage 3 where Mayhem beat Tribe and things of that nature. So I definitely had a good time. And even from all those times that I was really like, man, Mayhem is such a good team, they just have inconsistency problems. They showed up on Thursday like just a totally different team. Their rotations were way better. They looked phenomenal overall, and I definitely hope that they keep bringing that fire, because even though Tribe are down, they're definitely not a team that's out. And same thing with Explicit. Even though they went down on Thursday, that could change any given day. We have seen so many close matches between Arsenal Mayhem, Explicit Mayhem, Tribe Mayhem, Tribe Explicit. I think Stage 4 is about to be awesome coming up here in, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah, it's going to be lit, man. These teams have just been literally putting everything they have on the line here recently, and you can start to see that progress that, you would expect out of a Mayhem team, but really hadn't seen it up until about a week or a week and a half ago. And now we've got a pretty dominant roster to, to compete at a Stage 4, situation. Oh my god, Little B just hitting those crisp snipes. That's going to leave Alex the last hope here for this ARP roster. And this Search and Destroy starting to look like a continuation of the hard point so far. 4 players alive, 1 player going to be obliterated there, and that's going to be Awaken getting credit for that kill. 1-0 lead here in the Search, but, with the rounds resetting, the defending team, ARP, always going to have a chance to reset. They don't really have, anything to lose each round. Just kind of figure out what they got going on, that is Mayhem, in regards to their strategy, and just try to play it the best of their ability. As we're going to see, Awaken's actually about 50% health, but Nero and Little B are going to push up and clear that out. Actually make that 2-for-2 trades here, as the Zom and Defer going to find 2 in Tectonic and Nero. 3v2. Oh, a 3v2, 2v2 is 3 players drop each, and this is a much better round for ARP.
Yeah, definitely a big opportunity for them to turn things around. They've narrowed it down to a 2 versus 2, and in fact, Defer picking up the kill onto Leon there, finds the double onto Little B as well, and that's going to tie things up 1-1, and I'm definitely glad to see ARP coming a little bit more alive there. They definitely have a big opportunity here. Again, NYSL, not a pushover team, especially in a Search and Destroy. And how one-sided that hardpoint was, I would, one way or another, like to see a really close Search and Destroy here.
This is starting to pan out to be a much better round here for the guys over ARP. Adios actually going to pick up one. He's going to get traded. I don't know if that's Ados or Adios. I said Adios earlier, and I kind of just stuck with it. But now that
oh, you gotta hit those ones, but Defer picks up a triple. I don't really know how Dazam missed a hard scope on Little B standing still, but I guess he follows it up with the quick scope there. That's gonna be the round going to ARP.
It is. It's going to be 2 straight rounds, as a matter of fact, now as I'm looking at it. And after that first round, it seemed like they kind of just took it offensively. That first round was a violation. It was 4 players left alive, 1 player for ARP. And, you know, since then, it looks like they've been able to pick up their slack as they found 2 rounds in a row here. ARP off to a better start in this Search and Destroy, but plenty of rounds left to be played. The hard point wasn't it, but found a little bit of life here in this Search and Destroy as Tectonic and the guys over at Mayhem are going to play a lot more conservatively, giving these guys the respect that they have earned after these past 2 rounds and try to formulate that strategy before they make the push. Nero going to be holding this back alley area, no one there to actually peek out, so he's playing for that information, sounding off as he normally would. And Little B just creeping, crawling. Oh my god, Little B's all the way in enemy territory. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he's definitely working on it right now. Could still be anybody's game, but Mayhem definitely not looking at their strongest right now. Oh, Little B!
Oh my god, bro. That was just disgusting. Peeked in, got 1 with the sure shot, got the 2nd laying down, and then with the jump up onto the tractor, took down the 3rd who was creeping in Cubby. That was an absolute violation from Little B. You should be disgusted with yourself, bro. That was gross to watch. I loved it.
Definitely turning out to be an exciting game. Little B finds another one onto Dazam. That is going to give Mayhem the lead here in their final offensive round. I typically consider this to be a fairly strong offensive map, especially if you have an aggressive A-side push, but we have had some pretty passive play come out of the side of Mayhem. Awaken, gonna find 1 with the shorty there, misses the shot, gonna switch to the Holger, gets taken down by a shorty in his own right. It is gonna be Defer in a 1 versus 4, rounds the corner, runs right into Tech, and that's gonna be the 3-2 lead going over to Mayhem.
Yep. 2 straight rounds went in favor of ARP. They swap sides now. They're going to be on the attack. And after those 2 rounds, Mayhem just kind of finding a new way to approach things, with Little B being that, I would say like that spy role. Dude literally crept all the way through mid. No one spotted him. Got him the CD take and rolled through barrels and just cleaned house. Ado's going to find the first blood in this round, however, as we are going to see ARP actually take the offensive here. Tectonic going to be in the inside of this cubby. He's going to get pushed by 1. Tectonic very well disciplined. Did not need to move at all. Got the kill, and now he's going to get 1 push from Reckless. Reckless is going to get the better of that grade. Reckless is going to drop, and that is going to be another round in favor of the guys over at Mayhem, who have racked up 3 rounds in a row now for themselves after dropping 2 back-to-back. Have somehow managed to pick up 3 rounds in a row, and they're 2 points away from match point. This might be, you know, if ARP wants to see this thing go to a game 3, they're going to have to figure it out here on the attack.
Yeah, definitely looking for it here. Could still be anybody's game. We have seen some really good rounds out of ARP, but it has largely been Mayhem these past couple. Leon does take quite a few bullets there, but he is going to make it out alive. I'm gonna be honest here. I haven't like necessarily wanted to say it throughout the game, but it definitely feels quite a bit like everybody's thinking it. Mayhem definitely. Yeah, I couldn't help it, man. Mayhem definitely trolling a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Leon not typically gonna be your starting sniper for Mayhem. And it feels pretty weird. It feels pretty weird for sure. But we do have a pretty close search and destroy, at least in comparison to how the hardpoint went. And Ados almost able to pick up the kill onto Awaken, peeking through the bakery there, or the deli there, but not quite able to find the bullets at that range. Do have the plant coming in from Alex. It's going to force Mayhem to fight a 4 versus 3 with only 40 seconds left on the clock, where they also have to pick up defuse.
Yep, 3v4 scenario. Bomb is down. 30 seconds left. Got one player who's holding spawn site. Defer actually going to be taking some shots onto Nero. Gets him half health. The push comes through. 3-1 scenario there, and he gets taken down. Little B going to be caught inside of this L wall, little broken wall area, and gets taken down. And another round's going to go in favor of ARP, who are not giving in this game. They want to see a game 3. They can continue to do so if they have those rounds where they're able to pick up 1-2 kills off the bat and make an interesting push towards the A site and pans out. We're going to see Leon drop early there. Alex going to pick up another kill. Otto's taking some shots as well, and the push towards this A site's going to come through. Tectonic and Little B are going to be the ones you have to clear out. Little B going to be on the outskirts of the barrels, and now it's a 4v2 scenario. Make that just Nero. 4v1 as Bomb is going to go down. 45 seconds on the clock. All the pressure here is on Nero, and you know, I have seen multiple 4v1 situations here in this game alone, and it just doesn't seem to favor that one solo player, so we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the GOAT. Nero first, as he's got 2 on board with him. Taking some shots from that A bomb site. Definitely going to have to find a different approach.
Yeah, definitely going to be the case, and we do have ARP coming back a little bit here. We are tied up 4 versus 4 again. They do need to win this to push us to a game 3, and at this point I kind of feel like Mayhem probably starts to try a little bit harder. Again, I don't really like to point it out, but sometimes I feel like you got to, and it does look like Leon has put down the Locust, and will be looking to push up. Awaken finds Ados there. 2 players from ARP are pinned down behind the statue at this point. Oh, they're so low! How did that grenade not pick up the kills?
Oh, that's tough. Reckless and Defer both stuck on the statue tank area. Little B said he wasn't trolling ever this game. He's got 14 kills. He went full at 15 now. He is full beast mode right now as he picks up his 15th. Alex, gonna be the last one alive. Leon, thank God you swapped your classes, bro. We are so tired of watching you miss those snipes. I'm kidding. Oh, man.
Yikes,
It's so hard to hit snipes, so we got Little B, who's got 15 on board. What is there left?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But,
Leon, we love you, bro.
You definitely could feel Mayhem turn it up a bit there, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that round was nothing like any of the rounds we've seen thus far. As you mentioned, Lil B is obviously popping off pretty crazy right now, which we haven't really seen him do to this extent in a bit, so nice to see a little bit of a return here. Do have 2 members of ARP down, and it's looking like this is going to be the 2-0 victory going over to NYSL, but oh my goodness, Leon, you gotta win that one, dude. You got to win that one. ARP are going to find a couple trades. It is a 2 versus 3 in Mayhem favor still. Defer, 9 kills on the board. Ottos with 4. Definitely a possibility that they could push us into... why am I drawing a blank here?
Round 11 situation.
Yeah.
Possibly could take it to round 11. Possibly. I got to give it to Ottos. Ottos was able to take down Awaken, who was kind of out there on his own. And now Tectonic and Nero, 2v1 scenario. Tectonic does pick up the DLQ, spots the player as soon as he drops the scope, but does have an idea of where he's going to be rotating to, and that's actually where he's going to place his nade. Otto's going to be walking right into it. That nade was well placed, my guy. Tectonic with the bake. And that cubby was not a safe place to go.
Definitely not. And again, this is what we expected for this matchup here. I actually think the Search and Destroy was a little bit closer than anticipated, but that largely, again, is due to I felt like Mayhem was trolling quite a bit, at least through the early stages of the game. And that is going to be our first match completed, and it is going to be Mayhem moving on. Again, I don't think anybody really going to be shocked by that, but definitely a good performance from ARP Latam as well.
Definitely, that Search and Destroy gave me a bit of a comeback vibe at one point. Then I did notice that Leon managed to put the sniper down for one round, and everything just seemed to kind of turn around and fold back into place for the guys over at NYSL. 16 kills for Little B. He is a dog on that map, bro. I just don't know how he does it. He's just like, he's got this cheat code that he has. When he gets into that game on that particular map, he just goes bonkers, bro. 16 kills there. We saw the 3-piece in the feed on the A push. And my guy was not missing, bro. He was not missing. Flipping to the pistol to get the finish was just an absolute beast. He didn't get the memo about trolling that game, because I want to say he went 250% every round.
Yeah, definitely seemed to be the case. Definitely seemed to be the case.
All right, we're going to get ready for our next round as the guys over at Mayhem are going to be moving on to face. If I'm taking a look at the bracket right, let's see it. That is going to be Primal. So Primal and NYSL Mayhem are going to face off here. Are we going to another game? There's no way we're going to another game. Why are we going to another game?
There shouldn't be. Unless if there was
a
DQ issue of some sort.
And I completely missed it.
I see nothing in chat, or the lobby info.
Let me message Hello real quick. She will be able to give us the answer. She's usually much better than Echo. We love you, Echo, but you're pretty slow to respond on. And I know you got stuff going on tonight, so I'm not going to hold it against you. All right, we're going to get that information. It does look like we might be going to a Game 3, so who knows? Domination Crossfire. Definitely one of those maps that... Okay, why? The mod is saying it's 1-1. How is it 1-1? I mean, both games are on stream. There's no way that that was anywhere near 1-1.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but those guys are clearly not. I mean, they're all on phone. I trust
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I get it, but the
Yeah,
rules are the rules, and I guess we're gonna have to
yeah.
continue to do it. But in situations like this, where you know we know for a fact these guys are on phones, that's sad. But at any rate, we're gonna go ahead and move on to a Game 3. Domination Crossfire. Rules are the rules, and we have to continue on. And everyone's gonna be held accountable. So DQ and S&D. Yeah, we'll DQ for Little B just absolutely violating everybody. That's what the DQ was for, bro. That guy is just built different on that map.
Well, we are going into a third game, Domination on Crossfire. Exactly what we didn't want, but we're here. We're going to do it, no matter how much we don't want to.
There we go. We got it. 12-second countdown. Domination on Crossfire. B is going to be the objective, and everyone knows the C side of the map is a bit easier to maintain, so we'll see if the guys over at Mayhem have a approach where they prevent any kind of rotations over from Delhi. As a matter of fact, I see Leon. He's going to be that mid-area warrior. We're going to see 4 players pushing in to the B site for the guys over at ARP. Game number 3 opening up. 1-for-1 trades there on the C and A flip. Tectonic, Little B, and Nero going to be preventing any traction on the B side of things. And as a matter of fact, Little B is going to be taken down, but Tectonic still going to be there, as they are going to be able to reverse this B cap and get a little bit of traction on themselves. Defer going to be taken down, and that's going to be a 100% B and C held here by the guys over at Mayhem.
lol. Sorry, just catching up on the admin chat.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I saw that.
Definitely, it makes sense. It makes sense, right? But
it does.
we do have the B flag going over to the side of NYSL Mayhem. The one thing I do want to point out is that they do have strong side to start off on this map, so they will need to keep the fight up even if they are winning in this half. I don't necessarily see it being a problem, but we will definitely see when we get there. Little B, Holger in hand, spraying down. Holger and Shorty both actually have some nerfs so far this this update. The Shorty's one-shot range has definitely been reduced pretty sizably, and that is something that we'll have to pay attention to. It is still a very good gun. It is phenomenal for a secondary. But things like the Holger, something that was nerfed as well, I definitely expect to see a lot of the pro teams still using because they're going to be getting ready to play on it on the next patch. So, or on the next week of Stage 4, which will be on the previous patch. Yeah.
Exactly. Which was having the Holger to have literally just the best mobility, best recoil control, literally the best combination of run that Shorty and Holger split. Now we're onto a new patch. Obviously, these guys are still rocking it for that particular reason, but it doesn't look any different. I'm gonna be honest with you. These guys, they use they have just some of the best aim in the game. Little B's gonna pick up their 8th. Leon gonna be holding this mid deli area. B not gonna be traded. We are gonna see a complete control here in this first half. 75 points here is what's for stakes, up for stakes, and they are gonna get every bit of it. 75 to 41, a 34-point gap there. The guys over at ARP have a lot to chew on here in the second half.
They do, but fortunately for them, they are not limited to 75 points in this half. As well, they have the strong side, so they do have an opportunity where they could come through with the upset. 34 points is definitely something that can be overcome here, and this is a good way to start off. Reckless gets the frag onto Awaken, and it looks like they are moving their way up to B, and they could be in a good spot. All they have to do is hold B for this round, and there's not really anything that Mayhem can do about it if they keep getting picked off. We do have Little B pushing up. He's going to find one there. Oh, Little B should absolutely be dead to rights here. He's going to get the sentry gun down, and it looks like the B is actually going to go over to Mayhem at this point.
With a sentry gun there, a plethora of score streaks that they have already utilized. I do see Little B actually have another sentry gun available. Good thing is, the other one was just taken down. So now you just have another 6-man to take its place as a 90-point to 52 lead. Mayhem taking advantage of the B cap early on in this second half. And they're going to have a plethora of sentry guns after this. As I do see Little B has one on the point immediately. We also have one that's being utilized on the other corner. This is just looking like another Mayhem dub here. As 100-point threshold has been broken. They are racking up the points, and ARP just not getting the traction they need here in the second half in order to compete. 40-point or 46-point disadvantage now, as I do see. What are you doing, Defer? I see you're weak, so I guess you're recovering, but he was just kind of laying prone there and didn't move. Wasn't taking any shots, wasn't ADSing. I'm hurt.
Yeah, definitely looking like a Mayhem game at this point. The score streaks keep coming in. The operators keep coming in. Defer actually comes in and gets the kill on a Little B, but Little B drops the sentry. It's going to get the refrag automatically, and we're well beyond triple cap territory at this point. And I don't know if there's anything that ARP LATAM can do. And unfortunately for them, they did make it to game 3 off of a DQ from Mayhem, not submitting screenshots properly, and unfortunately just kind of got sent into another butt weapon, so.
Yep, this is just another game where Mayhem can sharpen their tools here, as they are going to be well within that triple cap territory in order to lose, and it's just not even like we're getting any kind of traction on B. There for sure is not going to be a triple cap in the forecast. I'm looking at ARP. They are not even pushing towards that A site and or the B site. They're kind of just making a stand It's getting a little out of hand here for the guys over at ARP as Mayhem just continues to roll. 149, 150, game 3 in the bags.
But it's not over yet.
Mayhem going to be moving on to face the guys over at Primal.
Yeah, definitely the outcome we expected. Definitely took Mayhem a little bit longer to get here than we expected, but at their own fault. Kneecapped themselves a little bit by missing screenshots for Hardpoint, but Primal, definitely another team that has a lot of potential, but maybe not against Mayhem, if you want me to just be raw honest here. And yeah, should be a good night.
Should be a good night as I'm taking a look at it. Scorecard for the guys over at Mayhem looking pretty decent. 22-6, 4 caps for Tech. MVP of this Dom game, 23-6 for Little B. 3 caps. That's probably the difference maker right there. Maybe, no, probably the objective kills. Nope, he didn't even have that many of them. I'm not sure. Maybe the assist. He had a hell of a lot of assists. Nope. Okay, well, it was such a neck-and-neck race there. Tectonic able to edge him out there. Nero, 16-6. And moving on to the next series, we're going to be having Primal join the lobby and predictions chat. This is going to get spicy because I love me some Primal, bro. And I love me some Mayhem. You know, you just mentioned they have a lot of Primal that has a lot of potential. They have a lot of opportunity to come out and show what they're made of, and this is an opportunity for them to step up at the highest capacity. So we'll get the info on the next series and get into the room, but before that, we're actually going to take a short break. So guys, bear with us. We're going to get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Live for some more Meseeks Sunday Showdown action. We've got ARP in the lobby. We've got Tribe ready to battle it out in a best of 3 format. And Day, I know we were talking about this off stream, dude. These guys just absolutely some of the best competition in the NA scene. This is not the same ARP that we just watched. This is the NA. As you can see, Pepe, Zia, Mago, Evil. I'm not sure who Evil is, but I am very familiar with the rest of the 4. Jesus as well. And predictions. I know we got a best of 3 ahead of us. What are you expecting here in this Tribe ARP matchup?
I would definitely expect Tribe to have the upper hand. They did win in a 3-0 victory in a best of 5 against ARP on Thursday, and it was not really a close series by any stretch of the imagination. Oh my goodness, am I actually seeing that name correctly? That's gotta be Child's Trolling or something, right? Right?
That's definitely Child's Trolling. Did he really change his name to Deathleys?
That's amazing.
What a
That's
boss.
absolutely phenomenal.
What a boss. That is a boss move, bro.
Something like that.
All right, game 1.
He was also Tribe Chief Pat the other day.
I would have loved to seen that when he added up.
Yeah, I was like, huh. I wonder what the likelihood of Pat actually being level 150 in COD Mobile is.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
Right?
We're going to get geared up game number 1, T1 opening up. That's going to be standoff out here in Courtyard. We're going to see the guys over at Tribe contest. Power going to remain in the hands of ARP after a phenomenal little start here. The AMAX I've seen a lot more AMAX usage here recently. Is that gun, was it buffed over the last update?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's buffed, but, I think it did have some minor changes. It's just more of a, like, buy feel for a lot of players, so, I don't know what the exact specifics were, but it did get some minor changes.
Bro, hearing this hardpoint game versus the last hardpoint game we heard, I've heard so many throwables and nades going off left and right. It's like a freaking battlefield. As P1's going to come down to a wrap here, 20-18, 2 points literally separating the two teams. ARP going to be fighting for spawns in this P2 back warehouse area. Just, I think that's what a lot of teams, like teams that are coming up versus teams that are like already up. I think that's a huge difference in how they play. Like, you literally didn't hear as many throwables in the ARP Latam game. Now I can't hear anything other than throwables. Like, nades are going off left and right, flashes, concussions, whatever these guys are using. And, you know, I think that's one thing that if you're an up-and-coming player, you got to keep in mind. You got to know whenever you're going to utilize items like that, because it's going to come in handy, especially in a hardpoint game like this with this map so condensed. It could literally be a game-changing moment.
Yeah, it definitely could, and ARP is definitely not a team to sleep on. But you know, a lot of the benefit that ARP has is the amount of time that they have put together as a team. You can definitely see that reflect in their teamwork, specifically for respawns. In their matchup, I believe it was on Tuesday of last week, if I'm remembering correctly. We had them face off against NYSL Mayhem, and they were down like 30-some kills in the hardpoint, and it was like a 3-point game. So definitely have a large measure of teamwork for them there. But so does Tribe, so definitely expect a good match here. And right now, Tribe have the advantage by coming up on 40 points, and they have solid control of P3 at this point as well.
They do. They have multiple players on the point. They got multiples in the perimeter. Literally keeping the flow of traffic down to a minimum. And 24 seconds up on this P3 area. Finally going to get contested here as Mago was actually going to contest it, but is actually going to be taken down. So those last 15 seconds are actually going to be wasted. No one actually going to be able to get on point. Both teams going to be battling for this P4 setup. You best believe Tribe is going to get what they can out of that that top blue area, but their primary focus is getting this rotation in the break. It's going to be a difficult one now, as I do see all of ARP right here on P4. That's going to be in the bottom side of this market building, and it's definitely one of the hardest ones in the game to break.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough one for this team. I mean, Tribe is not a pushover, but neither is ARP. Again, their teamwork in Respawn specifically has actually been phenomenal, and you can see ARP making the rotation over. We have Death Machines in, and Envy is going to pick up 2. Zia finds a double for himself as well. It does look like Tribe have been able to make the break. Evil's trying to make a rotation behind. He's going to make it inside just with a little bit of help. Finds the kill on the Marshy. Now Band is up top, but he's concussed. Pepe's coming up, but Parrish is there. Gonna take the one fight. Mago. ARP have played this point extremely, extremely well, and it's not going to be enough to tie things up, but it's definitely going to get them close as we get ready to go back into a P1. And this is now a pretty close game once again.
Is about 20 point, or actually not even 20, about 15, 16 point deficit that ARP can surely close if they can get a little bit of composure here on P1. We saw earlier it was about a neck-and-neck split in the nade. She just an absolute cannon there. We saw the big game from my guy Tech in the Search and Destroy, literally utilizing and making such a great craft of it. If you can get to the point where you know when to release that nade and where to throw it at the right particular time, Marshy obviously built differently in that particular aspect, as he does clear off that P1 area, and Tribe are going to be able to continue here and rack up the points. Zia going to be coming through on a contest. He is not going to peek that corner, but Parrish does. 15 kills for him, 3 fires on point. Parrish picks up their 16th, and now it is just about how much longer they can hold this point before they make that rotation over. We saw the rotation from the last time we saw this P2 area. It was pretty flawless. I don't think anybody from ARP was actually able to get on point, and I don't believe they even got a single break. They may have gotten one, but it was traded so quickly. It went off my radar. So now it's 121 to 94, 30-point advantage after that P1 reset. Can't rely on P4 anymore here.
Yeah, definitely not, and this is turning out to be such a good game between these two teams, and, part of that could be Tribe are a team that gets better the more they get warmed up, and this is just the first game of a best of 3. They could potentially close it out in a 2-0 victory, could go to a game 3. ARP could clutch up and win it here. It's 15 points to go for Tribe. They have the respawn. Zia is going to make it out alive there, at least temporarily. ARP has the Goliath coming in. Jesus Saves going to be in that one. He picks up a kill onto Band. Looks like we are going to get the contest. There's not enough time for ARP to win on this point, unfortunately, but Band doing the best he can. Going to find one, finds a shot onto the Goliath as well. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough, but coming on in is going to get the major assist onto the Goliath there. And that is going to be one less tool for ARP to have. And with only 8 points to go and Tribe starting to get set up on point, they are in a great position here. Oh, 1 point to go.
P2 transitions we saw last top blue area was all Tribe. Even after a little bit of a retake there for the guys over at ARP, I think they were only able to, rack up 5 or so points, and that is going to do it. Game 1 is going to go in favor of Tribe, 150 to 103, as we can see from the final score. They just had a phenomenal time with the transitions. Literally set up new so well, I can't even discount ARP's performance there. It was impossible for them to get in that P2 area. It was impossible for them to get in the P3 top blue area. They did a great job of holding P4, but in all reality, you got to find a way and utilize a strategy in order to get into a position of breaking, or at least contesting, staying in the point as we're getting geared up for game 2. And I'm looking at it, nobody from the side of ARP actually racked up more than a minute on point. So that's telling me that they're not getting a lot of contest time.
Yeah, definitely a rough game, but ended up being quite close compared to some of the matches that we've seen as of recent. Obviously, the 150 to 3 win going over to Tribe, but still anybody's game. I have time and time again said that Search and Destroy is Tribe's weakest game mode, albeit not necessarily weak, just not as strong as their respawns is. So we could still potentially see a game 3, but ARP would really have to step it up in a big way here.
They are definitely going to have to step it up here, as this is going to be their opportunity to take us to a game 3. We'll see if they can manage to do it. We're going to get geared up for a Search or Destroy on Raid, and this is an open map. This is this is an opportunity for ARP to utilize some of that time to recuperate round after round, as Tribe just literally barreled through them on that P2 and P3 area. There wasn't much time to recover. P4 was a decent hole for ARP. Even though the break came through for Tribe, they just seemed to stay in the point no matter what the situation was. And they need to find a way to do that in P2 and P3. As a matter of fact, I think that's their biggest weakness in that matchup. So, okay, yeah, that's fine. Hello, I just saw she put a message in there. Got it. Kinetic was unbanned for tonight. So, is Kinetic the new operator? If I'm not mistaken? No? Possibly? Let's see. Yes, the kinetic armor. There we go. All right, Search and Destroy on Raid. We're going to get geared up. Let's see if ARP is able to bounce back after that that hardpoint game. Could certainly do it here as Tribe. Not necessarily a weak Search and Destroy team, but if you're going to take a map from them, it's definitely going to be on that game mode. It's not going to be, hardpoint's not going to be a domination, or it's not going to be that easy to get. Well, it's not going to be easy to beat these guys at all, but as a matter of fact, it's just your odds are better in a Search and Destroy matchup. We'll see how they fare here, as we still have screenshots to verify predictions. Chat, you think ARP's got enough of the tank to take us to a game 3? Possibly be so. Or do you think Tribe's got it in 2? All right, it looks like Takeoff is going to be Dom. If we do go to a game 3, it'll be a Dom Takeoff. So I just saw the maps and rotations. I obviously missed it earlier, but All right, game 2. Day, you still there? And we might have lost Day. All right, game 2, Search and Destroy on Raid. Chat who you got. Tribe taking it in 2. Or will ARP find a little bit of light here in this Search and Destroy? Raid is going to be the map. And we are going to see Tribe on the defense first. We'll see how it pans out for them here as we're going to be on board with my guy Marshy. Marshy doing Marshy things.
Defend the objectives. They have the bomb.
All right, so we did lose Day. His computer just locked up. He's going to reset and join us back in game 2. Starting off, Zia going to drop early. Mago and Evil trying to get that refrag. Evil does find Band if he was out lurking. 4v4, 1-for-1 trade. Band drops, Zia drops. Bomb is in the hands of Pepe, making that rotation over the B. Marshy going to drop 2, and Deathly is actually going to be on the outskirts of this
The bomb has been planted.
laundry area. Envy was taking some shots earlier and managed to land one on, or a few on, one of the ARP players. Jesus going to drop Pepe, going to drop as a 2v2. Was a 4v2, and the advantage just slowly disappeared. But it's Mago and Evil will have the opportunity to save this Search and Destroy game. Oh, Deathly's gets dropped, aka Child. Evil going to pick up that last kill, and that is going to be round 1 going in favor of the guys over at ARP.
Spotted. Enemy has dropped the bomb. Destroy the objective.
Wiki, that sounds amazing, bro. You played one game today, and that was coincidentally with Envy.
Frag.
That was it with Envy or against Envy? I'm assuming it was with, because you said with. But at any rate, Mago gonna be taking some shots here from this
The enemy has the bomb.
L wall area, zigzag area. And he's gonna be able to recover back of his spawn. Oh my God, Evil has disconnected from the game. This is tough. Already had a disadvantage going into this game, and being down 1 in the series, now they're going to be down 1 in players here. As I did see Evil disconnect. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there.
Get down!
Last one. Complete the mission.
Finds one, but is so weak. Oh my God, how was he still alive there? Ban gonna finally pick up that last kill.
Next round.
Things are gonna be tied up as we're getting ready to go into this 3rd round. 4v5 scenario, just super tough
Bomb
for
spotted.
ARP as Evil disconnected. Hate to see that happen, but
Destroy the
unfortunately, it's
objective.
just how it's going to
Bomb
have to go
acquired.
here. As we're all tied up. 2 minutes left here in the Search and Destroy 3rd round. Push towards this poolside for the guys over at ARP. Mago going to get some nade action there. And he's got 2 players who could be receiving some of that damage. It doesn't look like he was able to hit. Maybe a trophy system was on board for Tribe. As Marshy on the bomb head glitch itself. Zia, or was that Pepe rather, taking some shots. Not going to be able to get one. Marshy finds Zia though. Pepe going to get pushed from the side, and that's going to be another round potentially here going in favor of the guys over at Tribe. Jesus, oh my, gets 1, but 4 more players left. Could hardly think this 1v5 could be a doable situation for him.
Get down! Sniper!
Nice work. Get ready for
Shorty
the next
reload
round.
just not on point there as he, Jesus is going to drop it. That's going to be another round in favor of Tribe. If you're just joining us, this is the 2nd round of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown.
Destroy the
And
objective.
Tribe are up
We got the
1-0.
bomb.
They took the hard point 150 to like 108. And now, having to 4v5 due to a disconnection. Oh, that almost was a collateral. Jesus. Good shots. Finds one, evening things out. And I think Day is back with us. Might be back with us.
Getting loaded in. Getting loaded in.
Said you reconnected. I was like, oh, well, there he goes. He might be.
Still on a loading screen.
There we go.
We are reconnecting, but not quite there yet.
But I say it's like you've been out for a long. You've been out since like before the 1st round ended. Surprised you were able to
My
go back in.
computer locked up before we got into the game, so don't know what happened there, but at least we made it in. Does look like we have a 2-1 lead currently for the side of Tribe. It is a CDL style 4 versus 4. Parrish gonna drop down, picks up the kill onto Jesus. Saves. About 55 seconds on the clock. Zia and Mago got to push up and get a plant in. It is a 2 versus 4 in Tribe's favor. Definitely expect them to walk away with the 3-1 lead in this round.
Yep, this is Evil dropping, or disconnecting rather, just putting ARP at just that much more of a disadvantage. As we saw the Rockwood game, it was close, it was sweaty, it was competitive. Tribe ultimately came out on top. Their rotations were just more fluent. They just seemed to make those crisp rotations and retakes and did them early. And 150 to 108, it got a little out of hand towards the end, but still a pretty close game. This search and destroy was close. First round went in favor of ARP, and since Evil's disconnected, it's kind of been a tell-all story here. Is 3 straight rounds going in favor of Tribe. Marshy going to be on the opposite side, is taken down. Pepe finds one. Pepe's one shot gets the FHA to hit. Now, Jesus, last player alive. Band Parrish going to be pushing full steps. He's going to have to get some better positioning here. He's getting pushed by multiple. Band is going to pick up that kill. Then 4-1 now as we're going to be swapping sides. Only 2 more rounds here left in this search and destroy for the guys over at Tribe to clutch it up. Gonna have to find a little bit more life here in this ARP roster.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Yeah, definitely looking rough for them right now. That was the last round of the ARP offense. They'll now be on defense. Am I seeing this correctly? Do we have 5 Tribe players in? Maybe my game was bugged because I loaded in and someone was dead earlier. Maybe that's why I thought it was
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Only 4 players for the guys over at ARP as Evil disconnected. Marshy gonna pick up 2 there. And that is surely going to be a 5th round as the bomb's going to go down. 5 versus 1 Mago. Going to have to find 5 players at a defuse. Parrish not giving him any hope. MX9 shots just did not miss. There are good shots from him. We're on match point here in ARP 5-1 in favor of Tribe. ARP needs... they need a round here. They need to stay alive. They need to figure something out. Obviously, they are at a disadvantage playing at 4v5, but... I've seen crazier things, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not a good way for them to start though. They do get the 2-for-2 trade, but when you're already down a player, it's not ideal. Parrish picking up Jesus as well. That's gonna leave Mago in a 1 versus 3. Just not seeing it happening, and there it is. Deathly's, clearly Deathly's coming through with the kill and securing the 6-1 victory for the side of Tribe.
Tribe going to be moving on to the semifinals where, if I'm not mistaken, they'll have a shot at either 11D or Seminole, as I'm taking a look at the bracket. NYSL, Mayhem, and Explicit have already bought their tickets for the semifinals as they are moving on, and I don't know, maybe not bought, maybe they earned their golden ticket to the semifinals, as they did take out their opponents. Fancy Gaming dropped 2 to Explicit. NYSL Mayhem taking the Primal series into as well. That should be an interesting game. Explicit has just been, they've been doing so much better ever since the Arsenal roster kind of just found themselves on that team, and I'm kind of digging the new Explicit roster. I'm not even gonna cap.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty exciting roster, and I'm obviously a big fan of a lot of the players on the team. Jingo's the homie. Big fan of Blur/Molly Solo. One of those players that you can't deny that he came into the scene and just drew so much attention with the way he was playing. So yeah, Explicit's roster has been absolutely phenomenal as of late. Yeah, there should be a lot of really good. I mean, we have 4 or 5 really huge teams in here for this Sunday Showdown. We have Mayhem, Tribe, ARP, Explicit, Seminole. This could turn out to be a spicy couple of games coming up that I'm kind of sad I'm going to miss some of them.
I know it, man. We got what, like 30 more minutes left with you, and then you gotta hit the road for the night. And
Oh, not even. I gotta be there at 10.
oh, so you gotta go like literally in the next 10 minutes then.
Like 15 minutes or so. They're about a
Yeah,
20-minute drive, so.
we'll see. As we're gonna get geared up to join in actually over with the Mayhem and Explicit series. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into that lobby. Before then, we're gonna take a moment to hear from our sponsors. We're gonna be right back. And we are back live for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown semifinals. We've got Explicit and Mayhem on deck. They are going to be fighting it out in a best-of-5 format. And guys, I think we're going to be starting off with a Hardpoint Crossfire, but I'm not sure of the maps after that. So let me get a little bit more confirmation before I speak. This is going to be a best-of-5, so we will at least see 3 games here. And also, Day will be trying to join us back in about 45 minutes to an hour. He's got a work situation that he's got to handle, so he won't be able to join us for the first game this series. That is quite all right. Probably not even the remainder of the series, let's be fair. He might join us back for the finals, but we'll see here. Getting those maps and whatnot for you guys first. And bans. I'm assuming that these guys are going to ban the norm, which Annihilator and Sparrow would be, the expected, but you never know. So we'll see. Veteran, Solo, Blur, Snipes, and Solar going to be the starting 5 for the guys over Explicit. Nero, Awaken, Little B, Leon, and Tectonic going to be on the NYSL Mayhem squad. Everyone's in the lobby. Everyone almost ready to go. We are still trying to figure out. Unmute my... Get out of here, bro. I just heard, like, the goofiest laugh. I don't know whose that was. Oh, my God. What did I miss? All right, we've got S&D Hackney Yard, Dom Raid. If we go to a Game 4, Hardpoint Firing Range. Game 5, potential S&D Summit. Sparrow and Annihilator are banned, so we won't see either of those. I hate I missed that, dude. What did they say? I'm going to need you to go tell them and, I'm going to need you to go tell them to get back to doing whatever they were doing earlier. Five in chat. Let's go, bro. I hate I missed that. All I heard was that goofy laugh at the end. These guys. That is Leon. Is he going to snipe this game? Oh, bro. Alright. We saw, or we heard the map rotations and everything. Crossfire, we're going to start it off, obviously, for Hardpoint, S&D Hackney or Dom Raid. Hardpoint Firing Range and an S&D on Summit score. We have not started yet, so there's no score to be talking about yet. We are going to go ahead and start it up, though, as soon as possible, as I do have everybody in the lobby. Come on, Lit, let's go. Hit that, spam that start button, my guy.
Where, bro, it's nice, bro. Where's your dynamic duo?
What is Leon talking about, guys? This guy. Oh my god. Any rate, game 1 starting up. Predictions. Yo, you know what? I mute chat because of Seminole. If you've ever been in game chat with Seminole in the lobby, it's just not good for business.
Hardpoint identified.
P1 going to be opening up here in about 5 seconds as Crossfire is our first map, and Blur going to take one shot. Looks like he's going to be one live sniping. They've got a great hole here on P1. Solo picks up one, Snipes picks up one. Blur, oh my god, Blur picks up their second with the DLQ, takes some more shots, and that's going to be Awakening getting that kill credit. Oh my god, clears out the building, 3 kills in a row there for Awaken. Opening the door here in P1, and they are going to be able to recuperate or recover some of that deficit they found themselves in. Only about 10 points there. No damage done, no harm, no foul. P1 going to be a split. It does look like Mayhem's going to come out with the advantage, but I do see the guys over at Explicit starting to move towards that P2 area. That's going to be a little bit more of a money hill, in my opinion. Actually, this map is probably...
Hardpoint is ours.
All, P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5 are literally money hills. They all have cover. They're not out in the open. Granted, P1's kind of in the middle of the map. I still don't feel like it's like, you know, a standoff map where you got one map or one point literally wide open, and then the rest are covered. Solo going to be spotted a little bit, going to pick up their 6, and now we've got ourselves a little bit of a lead here for the guys who are Mayhem, 10 points and counting. But that's not going to keep Explicit out of contesting here, as we do see Snipes pick up one before he makes the push. And Leon going to be forced to play objective here as a veteran. Taking some shots, taking down. Solo also going to be taking some shots. He has just been such a dynamic player to watch recently. I absolutely love everything about this guy. P1, P2 transitions, split. But Mayhem going to have the advantage going into this P3 setup.
Target down.
Tango down.
Tango down.
70 points for the guys over at 72 to be exact.
Hardpoint identified.
P1 and P2, big fat jumps there in the chat there for Mayhem. P3 advantage as well.
Hostiles.
No, they don't. Tectonic is going to get taken down, but Solo is going to be Solo, as one would, you know, continue to think there. Nero, oh, how do you not hit that? Nero going to be able to escape with his life, and we're going to see the push come through, and it does look like the new operator, the armor, just came completely in effect there, as he was able to keep his life. Should have been dead to rights. Picks up 2 with the Predator. The retake here is going to come in. 30 seconds left. NYSL Mayhem
Lost the lead.
putting the pressure on Explicit early. They are going to continue on with the point. Solar going to take some shots, pick up 1, and the S36. What did I miss? He's not using that for real, right? Any rate, P4 opening up here. This is going to be on the top side of the map. 8 spawn sites, and Snipes going to have the advantage as he has opted to rotate early. 109 points to 28. This is slowly becoming a blowout here. Mayhem running the tables at the moment, but I'm starting to question my guy. I want to say that was Solar. What's up with the S36, bro? I'm not questioning you in particular. I'm questioning the gun, bro. At any rate, P4 opening up. Tables gonna be the only cover he's got here. Little B, Nero, and Leon looking to make the push in. Little B pushes out. My God, that S36 kind of lasers. Oh my God, 2. Gonna have 1 more, and Nero gonna be able to get that Nero slide out. Escape with his life, but is going to be taken down, and Solar is just continuing to rack up the kills here in P4, and this is a money hill here for the guys over at Explicit, a much-needed one. They're going to have a decent rotation over the P5, too, as I do see only 1 more, not even a complete point could set up the guys over at Mayhem for... Solar is in Season 2, right? I'm just waiting for him to be using Persistence. I know it's banned, but that was like a huge thing in Season 2. Run the S36, run Persistence. You were golden.
Contact with enemy.
Solar's crazy, bro. Solar's from Canada?
Enemy down.
Oh, Solar just got another laser. I can't even stop watching him now.
Target
We're going to see P5 transitions. Kind of put the boot on the other foot now. Explicit putting some heat on the guys who are Mayhem. Snipes going to be taken down there. The retake comes through early, and Mayhem can't win here. Actually, they're going to have to get on point and maintain their advantage. Snipes says, forget that, bro. I'm getting on point. Solar is there as well, and S36 coming in handy as I'm taking a look at the scorecard. Not a bad game with Solar rocking the S36. 12 and 16, I will give it to him. 21 and 16 for Solo, who has just been a star at every capacity for this roster. Just an absolute guy you want to root for. Mayhem still with a little bit of an advantage. Going to make their rotation over P1, and based off of the P1, P2, P3 collective numbers that Mayhem put in, you would expect this game to be over, but Explicit says absolutely not. It's only about a 7-point game. P1 opening back up for business. We're going to see Mayhem with a little bit of an advantage. Little B going to be the OBJ, and Solo coming through for the spoil. Gets the takeover early. Tectonic pushing in. Tectonic going to pick up 1. Tectonic going to be on point now. This is going to anchor the guys here. Nero does find 1, takes down the Death Machine player, but it's not going to be enough. Veterans in point. Veteran, 1 shot, 2 shots, dead. The shorty just absolutely too OP in that instance, and now we're going to see Snipes come through for the contest. 12 seconds is all that needed. They surely won't be able to get it here at Solar. Well, not Solar, but Snipes and Solo push in. The retake is here. We're going to be 140 all. Actually, no, they're going to be taken down. So 7 points is what separates these two teams. Blur has one side of the staircase. Solo has another. Little B is going to get pushed. That is going to be some well-coordinated gameplay from this Explicit roster. Solar on point. 14 seconds left. They can make the comeback. Oh, my God. They can make the comeback here. Solar had a little bit of a glitch. It looked like he had diamond camo there, but again, obviously a Spectre glitch. Mayhem, 10 points is all that needed. They need to keep the guys over at Explicit out, and they're going to be able to do it here. Can they get it though? I'm seeing a little bit of action here. Solo being a menace to society. He's got the hunter-killer drone. He's got plenty of ammo left. 5 seconds for NYSL Mayhem. Tectonic gonna take some shots, but is gonna be able to stay alive on the backs of the armor operator. Game 1. And a nail-biter performance goes in favor of Mayhem. 150 to 144. I'm going to need that build for the S36. I know I could have spectated him and took a look at it, but I wouldn't try to do all that. Yeah, he is from Canada, right? Isn't that what it's... I'm kidding, guys. Obviously, it's Canada, but... I like to say Canada. It just sounds better.
Hey, Snipes, go positive! Snipes, how the fuck you go negative by 5, you dog shit ass bitch?
Yeah, we were... Everyone got a chance to hear that. Thank you for the setup, Space. You're the man. I unmuted it. We heard it. Oh, my God. You guys got to stop setting me up. Yeah, I'll say Canada, you know. I know it's Canada, but let's be real. Canada sounds good, too. I unmuted myself, okay? And never again. Oh, bro. I unmuted it. I'm not unmuting it again. All right, I muted it back. That was the setup, guys. It's like telling me to join Seminole's voice chats. Never again. Yo, Solar, I'm going to need you to drop that S36 build in chat. Thank you. We have fun watching you play Season 2, you know, metas. It was great. Just got word right now on Hardpoint, 11's up 103. Tribe has 35, so 11 putting the pressure on Tribe in the semis, as I believe that is on Gilmania's channel, and it looks like it is a potential blowout. 148 to 84. Envy wins those though. That's what's up. And I'm watching it. 11 steal that first game. 150 to 91. Oh my God. I've got both. I got both games open up, obviously, or both streams open up, so we're chilling. Yeah, Leon debated me. I should not have unmuted game chat. Thank you, Space. And 5. Thank you, 5. You guys are the absolute best. Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard is where we're going to pick up second game. I got to give it to the guys over at Explicit, though. They almost came back on Mayhem. They literally were in a dogfight at that P2 transition. And if it weren't for Tectonic 200 IQ getting that kinetic armor in the point, just absolutely OP. Can they get some more juju in me? Game 2, not even going to keep you guys waiting any longer.
Bomb spotted.
We're going to be on Hackney Yard here. What do you guys got?
Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
You know what? I wasn't listening, okay? I just forgot to mute in-game chat prior to. We won't speak about it. Awaken, a little B, combining for 1 each. There 2 altogether. Solo gets a refrag. Veteran's going to be weak. Tectonic going to get that finish on Veteran, but now Solo and Blur are going to be in a 2v4 scenario. This is the new Hades LMG. Looks kind of like a Bison and a Chopper had a child. But it looks more functional like the Holger. Blur going to take down one. Blur now using the S-36.
The bomb has been planted.
Bomb is down. 34 seconds on the clock. Mayhem with the defense here. Bomb is down. Little B going to pick up another. That's going to be Solo down. Blur going to be the last one alive. 1v3 scenario. He's got plenty of ammo in this S-36. He finds Little B, blows him off the heady. Awaken going to catch him on the transition. And that's going to be first round going in favor of the guys over at Mayhem.
Bomb spotted. Enemy has dropped the bomb. Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Another, well, a B push this time rather than an A. We saw the A plant go down. Went in favor of the guys over at YSL Mayhem. Looking to steal another one here. 4v4, 1-1 trades. Leon drops. Solo's drop. Solar is weak. Tectonic and Solar in a 1v1 situation. Tectonic is going to be able to escape with his life just as well as Solar there. But now we're going to see Little B Awaken trade, or Veteran and Awaken trade. Solar going to be capped there, and that's going to be a 2v3 scenario. One-man advantage for the guys over Mayhem. Nero playing a little discipline, trying to find more information before he makes his push over to B. He has a feeling that one is on the other side of the wall, and he's right. That's going to be Blur, who actually going to be on the bottom side of this this green building. And now we're going to see the push come in. They've got two players in a 2-1 scenario. Little B finds another and snipes, and this is looking a lot like last round. Blur finds one. Two players left, though. Bomb is down. Nero is dropped. Doesn't matter. Tectonic is going to be able to get the refrag there.
Not over yet. Ready up. Enemy has dropped the
Yo,
bomb.
Anonymous with the birthday. Let's go, Anonymous. Happy birthday, my guy.
Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Score 1-0 in favor of Mayhem. They are up 2-0 in the search. Solar finding the first blood, much needed. Going to give this explicit roster a little bit more of a confidence boost going into this search and destroy. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds go in the favor of Mayhem. Veteran finding one, and now the guys who are Mayhem are just dropping like flies. Leon's the last player alive. Finds one, but Blur going to get the refrag.
Nice work.
2-1 now after a little bit of a game-changing performance there from the guys over at Explicit.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Enemy contact. Sniper!
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb
Tides
acquired.
have turned. Blur. Oh my god, dude. What is Blur always in a 1v3 for? Super unfortunate. That it does not matter. Tectonic not wasting any time. Gets the bomb down. Little B is going to be weak as they both trade shots. Little B, 1 shot. Blur, 1 shot. Blur going to be making the rotation over here in the bottom side of... Actually, he's going to opt for the staircase. Bakes the nade. Awakens at the end of the hallway. Not going to be able to get a hit there. He does peek out and Awaken. He is very aware of his situation there as I see him rotate to the bottom of the staircase, trying to play a little bit of time. Doesn't need to necessarily take that
Lost that round.
encounter.
It's not over
Instead,
yet.
uses
Ready up.
a little bit of time for him to get back, and gunfight does go in his way, and that's going to be 3 round to 1 here as Mayhem taking a little bit of a lead here early on in the search and destroy. This is going to be the last round we see them on the attack, and Explicit, after a literal dogfight in the hardpoint,
Drop the bomb.
coming in for the search and destroy. This is going to be their only hopes to see a game 4 here if they can win this. Domination could be where we see
Bomb spotted.
it in early for them, but got to get past this search first. Snipes, Blur, Solo, and Veteran alive. 4v2 now. Snipes takes down Leon.
Enemy
Little B's
inside.
going to be weak. Blur and him are going to be taking shots at each other, but Blur going to be able to escape with his life just as well as Little B. Tectonic trying to get Blur baited out. Knows he's there. Blur does not anticipate it. Blur's down. 2v3. They are dropping now. Mayhem looking to take another round here, but Explicit holding their on. Fine Little B. 3v1 scenario. Tectonic going to be able to escape with his life for now, but only a minute left on the clock. He doesn't have the bomb anywhere in sight. As a matter of fact, it's actually being well guarded by the guys over at Explicit.
Frag.
Tectonic in a spicy 1v2. Veteran Snipes looking to clutch it up. Veteran going to get caught lacking, but is going to be able to stay alive. Going to rotate out. Bus, or Van rather, not going to be the move. Tectonic pushes down and is ousted by both of the Explicit players. Looked like a 1v1 scenario. Tectonic doubled down and pushed. Was not the move. 2 to 3 now as Explicit was able to take another round there on the defense. Mayhem looking to go up 2-0 in a series. Could very well do it. So far, so good for them. Getting a little bit of this similar vibe from the Hardpoint game, right? You know, the boys over at Mayhem take a little bit of a lead. Give no hopes towards this Explicit roster. And Explicit just changes everything about the game. And we saw one hell of a Hardpoint game. This is starting to be one sweaty. Search and Destroy as we're all tied up 3-3 going into the next round. And still anybody's game.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Need backup.
Frag out.
Solo finds one on Leon. Big opening frag for Explicit, who are looking a lot better in the Search and Destroy. Not saying they didn't look better in the Hardpoint, but game got a little out of hand at the end. Waken looking to find one on Snipes. 3-4 scenario. Make that a 3-3 as Blur finds another, and the S36 is just continuing to wreak havoc here. Getting those Season 2 vibes all over again here in this Search and Destroy. Veteran picks up one in Tectonic, and now the shoe is on the other foot. Explicit with the advantage. Awaken, a little B. Going to be the last two alive. All they had to do is play a little bit of time. Veteran's got the bomb. He hasn't made his decision on if he's going to get it planted or not yet, but he's got a little bit of time himself. So a minute left on the clock. Veteran and Explicit looking to take another round, but Little B, or Awaken rather, finds one. Snipes gets the refrag. Little B in a 1v2 scenario now. Bomb is in the hands of Veteran, and Snipes gonna get taken down. Veteran gonna get caught lacking here, but Little B going to over peak, and it's gonna be another round in favor of Explicit.
Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Flag!
Leon's gonna find opening frag there as he takes down Solo. Little B gonna find Blur, and a back and forth trades rounds after round. Explicit gonna be able to short-live this lead, as it does look like Mayhem have, oh my god, Leon, shorty in hand corner is not peekable. We are all tied up yet again. And this is literally going to be a round 11 situation. I'm already calling it here. Should be an interesting one, as we are getting super sweaty here in this Search and Destroy game. Best of 5 games to come here, as I do see Little B drop opening frag for Explicit. Solar going to be taking some shots. Nero going to be on the top side of this wall. Waken also in the area because he's weak. Actually, he's going to be mid-area. Nero Gonna get contested. Solar picks up the frag, and a 5v3 bomb is planted. Tectonic gonna peek in, take shots. Solar's gonna be weak. Tectonic gonna be repositioning here. Veteran drops. Awaken is just an animal. Blur, Solo, 2v2 scenario. Blur
Contact with enemy. Target's
has an
inside.
idea where one is, and that's gonna be Leon. Leon says, forget it, bro. I got you. And Blur, now in a 1v1 scenario, Leon says he wins those. Does he have time? 6 seconds. Plenty. 4 to 5 now after Leon clutches up the 1v1 against Blur. We're on match point here. Will Mayhem be able to close the door here in game number 2, or will we take it to a round 11? Explicit, this is your opportunity to do so.
Bomb acquired.
Leon finding one, making it his night. Tectonic drops one as well, and players for Explicit are dropping like flies. 2 players left. Tectonic, another great nade kill. Snipes, not going to contest that.
Sniper down.
Does contest that. Gets lasered. Leon just not able to go down here in this 10th round, and that is going to be it. 6-4 win for the guys over at Mayhem as they take the dub and are going to be moving on in this series 2-0. They just need one more game, and they can do it here in this domination game that we are about to play.
It's a draw. Stand down.
We'll take a look at the stats here. 11 kills for Blur, but Mayhem going to pop off 11, 10, and 10 kills respectively. Leon was a force in that last round, taken out 3 by himself. Awaken, 10 kills on board, as well as Tectonic with 10. A little bit with 8, and we won't even mention Nero, guy. We're going to give you a slide that game. That was not worth mentioning. 11 kills for Blur, Veteran 7, Explicit. Back and forth trade rounds, but guys over at Mayhem just know how to close them out, and they're that much closer to going through to the finals. Chat, I'm not turning on the in-game volume. Okay, maybe just a little bit. We'll see. Nope, nothing. Nero is the GOAT. He is still the GOAT, guys. Come on. Don't be talking about Nero like that. Just got word that Tribe have lost the second game, the S&D 6-1. Tribe lose the hard point 150 to 91. 11D win the Search and Destroy as well, so they're up 2-0 in the series. S&D 6-1. Wow, what is going on over there? The domination starting up, and this is a good map for Tribe, though. This Crossfire map seems to be literally like one of their best maps to play on. Pelon, Wero, Diego, Legend, and Zai. Oh, Zai's back. I haven't seen Zai in a minute, bro. winner of this series is going to move on to face the winner of that series. So NYSL Mayhem up 2-0 could very much so move on to the finals here in this domination raid that we're going to get started up on. The other semifinal is 11E and Tribe, and currently 11E are up 2-0. So Tribe on potential to be knocked out on the backs of a 3-0 from 11E. I don't know. That's crazy. Tribe curse? Nah, that's not it.
Enemy taking Alpha. Enemy taking C.
Smoke out.
Game 3, a potential eliminator here for Explicit. Little B going to be making their way over to the point. Mayhem looking to close this night out early, taking it to the finals. They got a quarter, more like a 40% cap here for the guys over at Mayhem, but Explicit, too much firepower on the perimeter here. Tectonic takes down 2. Solo going to get some refrags. Got a little bit of map control here for the guys over at Explicit, but are going to be exposed there as Little B and Leon combined for 2 kills. Blur going to get Leon on the refrag, and no more traction on this B side. Literally about as much now we do see multiple players on it. Little B or Nero actually going to be the only one there. Was able to solo cap. I don't care if you drop the donut in the S&D, bro. You just got that B cap on your back, bro. Giving Mayhem an early advantage. Tectonic going to utilize the Predator missile. Finds 2, and Game 3 looking so good. So far, so good here for the guys over at Mayhem. They have the advantage. They have 2 sites. Have some decent map control. Could see Awaken right here on the outskirts of the perimeter of this ring site. Finds 1, finds shots on another. But too many players are going to be the black there as he is taken down. And Leon going to try and prevent that B cap push from coming through. But Leon, or actually make that Nero, and Little B actually going to secure the bag. And now a little bit of traction here for the guys over Explicit over this B side. Not going to be enough to encourage, but should certainly open the door for a potential B push. 2 players on point ringside. They're going to clear it out. Blur takes some shots. Solo, they've got map control. They're just not capitalizing on it. Now, finally, 2 players going to push on. That is going to be Snipes and Solar. They clutch it, but are immediately going to be taken down. Blur going to be preventing the traffic from laundry area in B. Short-lived, potentially. Nope. Awaken going to be taken out. Nero going to be spotted, taken out. And this map control here on this backside of laundry going to pretty much secure this side of the map. Leon going to be taking some shots. Leon gets lasered. Nero gets lasered. 2 kills for Blur, picking up their 8th, and B continuing to be in the possession of the guys over at Explicit. Mayhem trying to get some traction on a Tectonic. Could very well do it. Only about 15% needed. Does get the solo cap with the help of, I believe that was Nero on point, but could not tell. Solar and team are going to be rotating up through Kitchen. They're going to have a 2-2 split mid Kitchen area, and as well as the red art area. Mayhem up 66 to 55. Close first half so far.
Frag out.
Solo picking up some kills there on the last, but is traded. 75 to 59 first half. Looking pretty good here for Mayhem as they have a 16-point advantage. This is the time for Explicit to find something to take us to a next game. They are on the brink of elimination here, and Mayhem are licking their chops, looking decent. AC's going to be traded equally there. Little B picks up to 2-piece, but is continuing on with his death machine before he is finally taken out. Solo picks up 2, as well as Blur, and that's going to give the numbers advantage over to the guys over at Explicit. They're going to be able to reverse cap, as well as get the B cap to come through early. Second half, So far, so good for the guys over at Explicit. Solar, last player alive, is going to be taken down. B is not capped.
Alpha.
B is not capped, I repeat. Mayhem finally able to get a little bit of traction there, but the inevitable, that's going to be Explicit getting that B site. Mayhem
Drone inbound.
giving a little bit of the power here in the second half to the guys over at Explicit. A going to be pushed. A not going to be capped yet. Little B trying to make the push over. Leon trying to also maintain a little bit of order on the A site. Blur with a slide peek, just too OP, and
Lost the lead.
Blur going to get that recap, and A and B are going to be held, but 3 players on this A site is not it. Doesn't matter. I don't think NYSL had the numbers. As a matter of fact, they only have 1 player on the B site, and can't do anything there.
Target down.
Waken trying to make something happen towards his A side. You can't get B, push A. That is the strat. 2 players here. Waken finds one, finds his 11th. Blur taking some shots as well. Jungle site is where he is at, and the A site going to be continued and held by Explicit, who have pretty much the entire second half to themselves here so far.
Need backup.
It's too close. Fight harder. Losing B.
Power shift going over in favor of Explicit.
We lost the
Nero
lead.
trying to get this B cap. He has multiple numbers coming through to help. That is going to be a trade in favor of Mayhem. Short-lived lead for the guys over at Explicit. They're going to go back
We've taken the lead.
to the bottom second
Friendly XS1
half,
Goliath incoming.
looking a little bit brighter here for this Mayhem squad, who's
Friendly XS1 Goliath is
earned a
landing.
lot of map control here. It could potentially seal this series best of 5 here in 3 games. Solar, Blur going to be combining for some shots, but get just absolutely lasered. Nero
Losing
fighting
Alpha.
2 big kills.
Missile inbound.
A is going to be pushed as well. B going to be held here by the Goliath. And that
Killer drone deployed.
is an absolutely phenomenal placement for this Goliath. Tectonic, 23 kills on board.
Losing
Carrying the squad. Mayhem
Bring it up.
popping off right now. They only need 20 points. They can very well do it here.
Friendly XS1 Goliath incoming.
Another Goliath Nero
Friendly
using
XS1
his.
Goliath is
Blur taking some shots. Goliath still 75% health. Make that 20% health after a direct hit from the FHJ. Solar trying to take some shots. Gets laser. B almost capped. Tectonic back and forth. Manning all of this laundry area. We are in triple cap territory. We've been in triple cap territory.
been destroyed.
Blur finally going to destroy Tectonic, but the damage is done. 148, 149, 150. The guys over at NYSL Mayhem are going to take the bag. They are going to be moving on to the finals. You guys saw it here first. Mayhem 3-0. Explicit GG's. Tectonic, the GOAT, 28 and 11. Big boy carries. He's got that NYSL Mayhem duffel bag looking pretty heavy right now. Just an absolute beam here in Game 3. They are going to be moving on to face 11D in the finals. Guys, I don't normally do this, but we're actually going to raid Gil for the finals and let him carry out the remainder of the night, because to be honest with you, I had a long weekend, and let's just say my little brother's getting married. We had a bachelor's party, and I have yet to recover. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of time tonight to get myself in check. We're going to get ready to raid my guy, Gilmania, as we're going to get ready for the finals. 11D going to be taking on NYSL Mayhem. Guys, don't go anywhere, as we're going to get ready to raid Gil, as he will be kicking off the finals here shortly.